episode 45 of the Dokkan podcast. It's nice to see you all here. We have JPhanta, Minato, and our boy Kensei on this evening. So say hello, boys. Hopefully they can hear you this time.
Hello.
I hope everyone's doing well, now that you can hear me.
I know, right?
Wow. So yeah, there you go. Episode 45, STR STR everywhere. Because those of you on JP are probably well aware, you guys have been hit with a barrage of STR units lately. So pretty taxing on the old STR Orbs. Good thing a lot of the events give them out these days. I'm sure it makes everyone look super forward to the next World Tournament and Prime Battle.
Oh yeah,
like
totally.
I bought the whole
Prime
thing.
Battle, Chain Battle.
Yeah, I bought like the whole thing from the coin shop, like the whole the STRs, and I used them all, and I don't have any left. So it's it's like where I need some more orbs, man.
I went to the Ultimate Clash shop. That's how desperate I was.
I've been grabbed all those orbs already, and I'm dried out. It's very sad.
Oof. Well, yeah.
What's up with Bandai?
Some of the what?
Like what's up with Bandai just loving STR a lot? Like what's going on?
Yes.
They love STR. They hate Extreme Tech.
Ah, true.
There it goes.
True. I feel like Extreme Tech is not just the worst extreme. It's like the worst of the 10 monotyping. So of course you probably got tons of tech orbs, but where are those STR orbs?
I have tons of tech orbs.
Yeah, same here.
So of course the most recent big STR unit on JP is the Super Vegeta. We talked about him last week. You guys obviously had a bit more time to use him now. Jay, have you tried using him as a friend for a free-to-play Pure Saiyans team? How is that team looking?
Yeah, I brought him
days?
along Super Battle Road, and he absolutely destroyed. And I don't even think all of my free-to-play units did anything. It was just him.
So he solos it. Nice. All right.
Yeah, he just solos it. Yeah, as long as you don't take
Absolutely.
a super at the start before he gets his, little buff up, then you're good.
Yeah, you got to get that first hit to get that full passive active, and then it's kind of like the physical Beerus. It's always down to the you really don't want that first attack to be a super, because then after that you at least get a little bit of extra defense. Minato, you've got him at 55%, I believe. How are you finding him at the free Duke level?
Yeah, I'm a noob. A fake well, huh? But in all seriousness, he's in my opinion, if we're gonna say, I think he's probably the best T1, and it's not necessarily that close just because of his leader skill and the amount of teams he's on. I feel like another thing, he's also pretty designed to counter that extreme Super Battle Road, the Pure Saiyan stage specifically, because for the first two phases have physical enemies, and then of course with the guaranteed stun for one turn, he's a Super Battle Road killer. I did take him into the Pure Saiyan's extreme Super Battle Road with like LR STR Broly, the double UI Goku rotation, the double LR Fusions rotations. It's pretty nasty. It's a pretty nasty team, and I had a lot of fun. I think that's definitely this, like, if you're going for like no item run specifically, this Vegeta is definitely your go-to as a leader because of that stun ability that he has.
Yeah, Pure Saiyans for Super Battle Road definitely has a lot of very strong picks. So, of course, another big STR unit that has come out on JP is the new Prime Battle LR, Prime Battle Gohan. When we talked about it last week, we'd seen his kit, but he was not live in the game yet. He is, of course, now available. Prime Battle grinds are always a bit of a pain, having to get the 777 medals, but depending on how much you've been going at it, you definitely can have him as an LR already. He is a free-to-play leader for Exploding Rage. So, Jay, I believe I saw you've done a video. You've tried out the free-to-play Exploding Rage team. So what do you think of this Prime Battle Gohan?
As a card itself, he's actually really good. Free-to-play Exploding Rage team, we don't talk about it. It's not good.
The Rage team, yeah.
One thing is that he just needs a Goku, and your free-to-play options is that winning STR Goku that released with that, also the losing Frieza, or the World Tournament Tech Super Saiyan Goku, which is only a support and nothing else. So you have very little options in that category specifically, but in Goku's family, he is a really strong unit to have.
My issue with him specifically is basically what you're saying. They made him an Exploding Rage leader, but there's like one, like for
One good
summonable
Goku.
units, like one Goku that you could actually run, like the Namek Goku. You can only really use the Namek Gokus, which, you know, maybe if one day we'll get like a LR Namek Goku that fights Frieza or something, and that'll let this Gohan be more usable on the Exploding Rage category team. But I think it's time they made him an Exploding Rage category leader, but he wants me next to a Goku, and there's just no options or anything like that. It's very odd. Like that design. I wonder if, you know, they're building up to something for that. But we'll who knows? We'll see. If you're having with the Goku though, this Gohan's pretty absurd, honestly.
Maybe
for
a little
free-to-play
hint
LR.
to Worldwide Celebration, which we'll talk about at the end.
Hint, hint, nudge.
Could be. So that's the other thing I forgot to mention, but we'll put it out there now with the newer format for the podcast. We will be taking questions for the end after the little break, but we won't take those questions until the break itself. So if you have any questions for us for the last part of the show, think them up as we go through, and then when we go on the break, post them in the chat and we will answer a bunch of them after the break. So moving on to the next section, which also features another STR unit. So the EZAs for the two Super Trunkses are now live in the game, the physical and the STR. So Minato, have you EZA'd both of these guys already and tried them out? Which one do you think is better if one is clearly better than the other?
So I've used the STR Trunks. I haven't used the physical Trunks yet, but from what I'm seeing between the two, I think they're pretty even. I think that they kind of have different uses in a sense. At first I thought the STR Trunks is better, but the physical Trunks actually has that 50% raise for attack and defense for 3 turns. I thought it was a 30% raise, but those old units are kind of weird with that. I think the STR Trunks is much better for Super Battle Road because of his stun, and he has more defense, I believe, just starting off. While this physical Trunks, you know, once you get his stacks in and if he gets additionals and stuff, it'll be much better for longer events, especially considering the Trunks has a turn restriction on that additional defense as well. Overall, they're both really good units, very solid, and I think they're definitely worth to EZA compared to, like, say, Tech Pycon, for instance, who he's nice, but he's not like the Super Trunks' level.
Okay, well, it's nice to see these units that have been TURs for a long time finally getting these EZAs and actually being pretty good, because obviously you can run them on a whole bunch of teams. It's kind of is what EZAs are made for, because Super Trunks, those 2 cards definitely fit into that category of if you're doing multis on pretty much any banner and you walk away with just one of those 2 as your GSSR, that was a feels bad kind of situation. So these 2 definitely much better. Now, one thing to be aware of, I think, because the anniversary on Global technically ends, is it tomorrow? So the some of the EZAs will obviously go away because most of them are available at the moment. But for global players, the EZA medals for the Super Trunks are the ones from the Int Spirit Sword Trunks EZA. And so you can pre-farm those now if you wanted to, rather than wait until he comes out, because obviously the way these work is the day the EZA goes live is the day that event will come back. So then you obviously have to go play it on day 1. Whereas if you pre-farm the medals, as soon as that update comes out, you can fully EZA them if you needed something to do with your spare stamina. So, and speaking of EZAs, we still have a few that are upcoming. We should probably find out the information sometime in the next few days, but we have the LR Majin Vegeta, which we already did a fan-made video for that, so shout out to everyone who contributed and those who made it into the video. So LR Majin Vegeta, another one of the OG EZAs. What are you guys looking forward to the most with this guy?
Of course, defense.
I think
like defense.
Yeah. I mean, one of the things that they should definitely add to him is defense. I don't think it should be just defense, though. I feel like they probably
be careful what you say.
Yeah, they probably we and as a community and just Akatsuki possibly as well learned that, you know, giving just defense is probably not enough to really shoot up unit like, say,
fair enough,
to STR Broly level. I think it'd be really cool if they add something like Vegeta family-esque to his passive, or maybe something with the Goku on the team because of how his speech goes, where he's like Bulma, Trunks, and even Yu Kakarot when he does final explosion. maybe like it's a guaranteed crit or like, even guard or something like that, to kind of specify him to a specific team. I feel like the Vegeta family team definitely is a team that they could really start building up with, like the release of like the STR Super Vegeta, Blue Evolution Vegeta, and then the NGT Super Saiyan Vegeta as a new leader as well. So it'd be pretty cool if he's kind of somewhat like kind of themed like that to how it happened in the show in a sense, if you guys get where I'm coming from.
Yeah.
Yep.
For me, for LR Mod Vegeta, like he needs some defense. I don't think he needs any key at all because his sweet spot is the 12 key super. So I think like let me see his over like his stuff here. So he has a rare chance to stun on his 24 key, and then he has some.
I would like that to be higher.
Yes, higher.
I agree.
Both at least bumped it up to at least like maybe high chance to stun potentially, or maybe a medium chance to stun probably. So he can be really good for extreme sort of battle road. What else? I would not like him to be limited to a specific like character. I want to be more like diverse and like in other teams. So like maybe like I want to be like more used in like Super Saiyan 2 team. That's the one team that I like using a lot more.
Yeah, same.
Although Worldly Rivals, that's a really good category that that could be worth, just because it's mostly likely just like Vegetas and Piccolos and just mostly those units. I mean, it's been getting a lot of buzz recently, but like I just want more of these like teams just to get use even more with this unit here. So like maybe another thing that I would love to get for him is probably like a medium chance to do a critical hit potentially, because lately we've been getting like the power creeps as of late. So like something like that. So, like I just don't know. He seems a little bit wonky to me, but he could be really like top tier for sure. Like probably top 5.
One thing I forgot to mention that I wanted to just mention real quick in the card art, not the card art, the fan made card videos, the submission I picked, I thought was really interesting. Where basically in the actual submission that the person who reviewed submitted, I believe Melodic Beats his name. Essentially, he put it in his actual concept that when Majin Vegeta is at 18 key, he gets an additional 6 key. So no matter what, he'll always get the full 24 key. I feel like a way they could buff his damage as well, if they don't want to outright buff that 150% on super attack, would be to make his 18 key also Mega Colossal. Because there are LRs who have double both Mega Colossal on their 18 and 12 key, such as LR Full Power Frieza, I believe, the LR Super Saiyan 2 Gohan.
Yeah.
That'd be really interesting and really good for his damage output. If they just want to kind of buff that 18 key super a little more rather than just passive attack.
So yeah, it's definitely like you guys said. I mean, people back in the day before Gohan got his easy A, that was the general sort of comment was, oh, all he needs is defense and he'll be great. And then all he got was defense, and yeah, he's good, but he's definitely not STR Broly level. So it'll be interesting to see where in between those two that he fits. He's definitely one of my favorite of the OG ones because he was the second summonable LR, at least for global. I think it's for JP too, right?
I think it was,
yes. Gohan came out during the 2nd anniversary.
Yep.
And then Majin Vegeta was a little while after that. So definitely looking forward to him being good. I really like the Super Saiyan 2 team as well. Like you said, you want to go for his 12 key super, no more than 17 if you're against one enemy. So in terms of key, I would kind of like to see, for things like World Tournament and Super Battle Road and stuff, I think they could get away with giving him like extra key per enemy on the field, or if there are like X or like 3 or more enemies, he gets plus like 5 key, something like that. Something like that would be interesting, just to help you out in those modes with multiple opponents. But yeah, definitely looking forward to seeing what he is going to do. And then, of course, the other upcoming Easy A's, we have the Peppy Gals, the 5 like unfeatured, one of each type Peppy Gals units. So you got the AGL Mai, Tech 18, Infidel, STR Pan, and the Physical Bulma. Make sure you check out, if you go over to the 59 Twitter, we are doing a fan-made cards video. We put out a poll for which one of the Peppy Gals you guys wanted us to do the video for, and Mai was the winner. So if you go and check out the Twitter, you can find the link to submit your fan-made builds for Mai's EZA. You still have some time to do that because that video will probably be getting made at the end of the weekend. So if you still want to submit a fan-made EZA for her, you can go ahead and do so. So we did talk about them a little bit. We obviously don't really know anything, and with EZAs, you know, they could do all sorts of crazy things. But if you had to just pick one off the top of your head, which one do you think out of the 5 has the potential to be the most useful after their EZA?
Definitely has to be AGL Mai.
What?
The AGL future Mai.
Yeah.
Because I think Super AGL is still like the Extremes for Battle is still the hardest one still. So her getting an EZA seems like the most hypest one because people are not gonna, you know, EZA her, and now she could be really, really, really good for Extremes for Battle even more because now because she has a grain chest to stun an enemy on Super, which is really nice. I mean, there's still it would be nuts if it is like guarantee stun. That'd be kind of cool, but no. I don't think that's gonna happen. But she'll be a great, like, she's actually a really great support for the AGL typing because she gives out Ki +3 and AGL attack and defense plus 20%. Just rise it up to probably like 30% probably. I would say 40% would be good, but 30% seems like more balanced and fair. And of course, she gains more critical hit with which each Pepe God categories pretty much on the team. So I'm not too sure how would she be, but I'm pretty sure she'll be like really like the best one out of the 5.
I think with that AGL Mai, it's either between the AGL Mai and the 18. I think they can give her a guaranteed stun because they gave Super Vegeta right here a guaranteed crit and a stun for 1 turn. So imagine if she guaranteed stuns for 2 turns.
Oh, that'd be
really
so
great
good.
support
Yeah, that's
passive.
crazy.
That would be.
I could
really
see them
crazy.
maybe doing something like a guaranteed
as well.
stun for 1 turn, and then she still
That'd be
has like the
dumb.
chance to stun them for 2 turns. That would be cool.
I'm kind of thinking the 18 though. Like they can make this 18 like since she's a nuker type unit, maybe they can make her change orbs. They even create rainbow orbs, which would be helpful for like, you know, androids entering Cell Saga, Battle Wits, all those teams. She does also raise attack and defense by 30% for 6 turns on her super attack effects. So if they increase that in any way or fashion at all, she's gonna be absurd, especially if she's able to get all the orbs that she wants. Because even right now, attack and defense plus 14% per piece for obtained is not bad. So if they bump that up to like 15 or 16%, like imagine they just make it 18%. This is for Android 18. You imagine how absurd that would be, dude. She could be really good. So I'm pretty excited for her EZA specifically.
Yeah, I think one who's definitely interesting to see what they'll do is the physical Bulma, because she has some key at the start of the turn and recovers HP with rainbow orbs. And other than that, that's basically all she does. So she's almost like a complete blank slate. It'll be very interesting to see what kind of passive they give her, because I'm sure they'll obviously tack on some decent amount of attack and defense, but they can't just do that. And then they've kind of got a very open canvas to just do whatever they want for her. So
She could be a rainbow orb changer.
Yeah, I mean, hey, in theory, she could do anything. So
yeah,
be interesting to see.
Because she gets that boost from the rainbow orbs with the healing.
Yeah, because she does need rainbow orbs for the. I could imagine them maybe even adding in some sort of nuking style passive, so she's not just recovering HP, but maybe getting a little bit of extra attack and defense as well. Because obviously it's only per rainbow orb, and you can only ever pick up so many of them, so they could make it easily like 10, 15, 20% per orb, which would be pretty good. And I think Int Videl has the potential to be very useful. I feel like she kind of gets overlooked because obviously you're already running a main Videl on that JP Peppy Gals team, but she definitely has the possibility to be a very, very strong unit. So those EZAs are coming up soon. We'll get all the details for them probably in the next couple of days, and keep an eye out for the fan-made EZA video for Mai. So there are 2 other units incoming that I believe will both be on the Peppy Gals category, which is for the double rates banner. There's I know the name is obviously based on Margarita, but is it Margarita or is it Marcerita? How do you say that? I've never seen the actual... Do they even say the angel's name in there? They must at some point. I've never watched the English dub of Super, but there you go.
I just say Margarita.
I assume it's just Margarita. Yeah, why not? And then is it Kawe?
Kawaii,
I guess.
Kawaii.
Kawaii is one of the
like
female characters that was defeated by Roshi in the Tournament of Power. I can't even remember what universe she comes from, but the
I think it's like Universe 2. No.
Universe 3 or something.
because the thing that stood out for me is
she didn't last long at all. So
yeah, no, she's not really important. I mean, I guess it's cool in a way that she's getting a card, because I guess at some point that we've always talked about after the Tournament of Power first came around that there was just so many characters that they could give cards, even if they were just low level SRs, maybe even SRs like in the pool, but there's still a ton of characters to be added. But I feel like she absolutely is a complete blank slate. Like, we don't even really know much about the character from what we see in the show, so she could do basically anything. But Margarita is, of course, Belmod's angel, I believe. And we do have the Universe 11 category in the game already, which is good. So what do we think for her? Is she going to be a kind of like a support unit like Vados, giving Universe 11 support, or is she going to be more like Whis, where she's just focused around her own sort of defense? What do we think maybe for the Margarita card?
I do think
one thing I want to clear up about Margarita. Sorry about that, Kensei.
No, you're good.
But essentially, she's actually not going to be in the Peppy Gals category. Vados is not in the Peppy Gals category, so I don't think she will be on there either. I think she's going to be focused towards Universe 11, like a support type unit. I don't think she's going to be more so of like I think she's not going to really focus on offense at all, to be completely honest. I think she'll be similar to the recent battles, since those two are very similarly designed cards. It's going to be interesting to see how they take her, if she's going to be based off of... I think she could be like Realm of God / Universe 11 based, is what I'm thinking personally. Maybe she like lowers attack too. It could be pretty interesting to see what she does.
Okay. Well,
yeah. What are you thinking? So, Jay, I'm sure you're excited for this double rates banner that's coming out.
Yep.
But yeah, so the Universe 11 free to play team is how's that looking? Isn't there off the top of my head? There's 3 free to play Universe 11
and some
units?
Sabermens, and you're good.
Yeah.
So I feel like it goes without saying that you would maybe like to see some sort of other Universe 11 story event come along sometime soon.
Yeah, I would.
Because we do have free-to-play farmable Whis and Vados in the game already, so it would be kind of nice to get some more Universe 11 free-to-play cards. Because I agree that her card is probably going to be at least somewhat focused on Universe 11, because Vados supports a whole bunch of different categories, doesn't she? So could be Universe 11 and maybe some other stuff as well. But yeah, that team definitely needs a bit more free-to-play representation. But yeah, so that covers basically all of the new stuff that is out on JP, or is at least coming out. Obviously, by the next episode, all of these EZAs will have released and be live in the game. So hopefully we will have some good stuff to say about these units after having to actually got to use them in the game. So moving on to some global stuff. So yeah, Chain Battle, everybody's favorite event in the game.
Oh boy, Chain Battle
is currently back on. So Chain Battle versus Full Power Jiren. So Kensei, how are you enjoying this latest Chain Battle season?
I mean, for me, I think everybody should have at least like every free to play card, and also hopefully you guys pull like the bread and units and stuff like that. I mean, I'm in top 1. I got like 119 million, so I should be pretty much set dead on from being like top 1. So the reason why, because I have like a lot of well friends, so it's like pay to win, so it's okay. So yeah, I mean pretty much like the main attackers is actually what LR, Ize, Master Roshi, so everybody should have them at all. So and also the 2 supporters, I think it's like either it could be Int EZA Goku, UA Goku, or the STR, but I think that the best one is the EZA one. And then for the extreme one is the Int Golden Frieza, the Angel one. I thought it was going to be the physical one, but apparently it's the Int one, because apparently there's a lot more points for that one. So like, I mean, practically you have to run as like a full Frieza extreme support line. because I think everybody should have at least Friezas. So, but then again, it's like it's just really wonky. It's based on RNG. Like for the lineup, you need to have like Ajo, NUI Goku, pretty much all the UI Gokus, and then probably like either like one Master Roshi to pretty much be at top 1. So it's not. I just dislike Chain Battle, but I got Wealth Friends, so it's like it's for me.
Yeah, it's not been the greatest for me. I've got a couple of friends that have decent team setups, but the one I'm finding the biggest issue with is the extreme one. There seems to be very few people that have full setups of the required Friezas because there's only certain ones, and then there's like reversed versions, and there's obviously like the free to play ones, and all that sort of stuff. But I've got a lot of people on my list that have like 4 or 5 of the Friezas that you need, and so then they've just filled the rest of their thing with just random other Friezas.
And then you got me, the godly extreme friend.
Yes. Do you realize? I thought it was kind of funny. You realize that is the tweet of mine that.
Oh yeah.
Probably banged the most in the last I don't even know how long, and it's literally a tweet of me calling out JPhanta for having a horrendous setup of a bunch of physical SR extreme units.
I had nothing.
Oh, you've got Hit though. You've got Hit who's in the
I got Hit.
Hit's leading the charge.
You don't understand how many nices I got like during this time.
I got like hundreds.
I don't understand. People are using my set of friends for no reason.
That's just, yours is the best. What could I say?
Yeah.
The issue with I feel like with Chain Battle is that they don't try to focus on the extreme class.
Yeah, they don't.
Like recently, I feel like they've been doing a little better with adding like an extreme class team on there so that you can more easily get an extreme class lineup with your friends, rather than like if you look at this Chain Battle, it's just Powerful Comeback, Reps, Universe 7, and Universe Survival Saga. Obviously there's not going to be too many extreme class units in any of those categories that will really all worked well together, like a bunch of Friezas. Like this one is just the Angel Golden Friezas. Well, as if it was like, like Transformation Boost, you could use all the Friezas, for example. There's just that issue with it, and I feel like if they try to improve on it, they could definitely lead you out a bit better. This one, when I was on JP, I didn't necessarily find it too difficult because everyone was summoning for the new banners anyways, and a lot of these units were on the actual 6th anniversary banners as well, so a lot of people did have them with like dupes and stuff like that.
Yeah, so good old Chain Battle stays as confusing as ever, but I'm currently in the top 2%. I think I'm like 800,000 or something away from top 1%. But this mode still confuses the hell out of me. I had a team build earlier with I sat and went through my friends list for ages, changing out the person, checking all the numbers again, and I did my first run, and then in the second run I did the same thing. I actually managed to find 2 friends that gave me higher numbers overall. And then I picked, I think it was the 3 same connectors, and I got a lower score. So, good times.
Good times.
I mean, it's based off like the lineup. So like you need to have at least like the red glowing units, I think. So like NUI Goku, I think like the 2 and you need at least the Easy A Goku in the SSR version, as well as like the free-to-play physical UI Goku, and of course the SSR version. And then I think like, I remember because I remember what my lineup was just Goku's and then Master Roshi, and I got like almost to like 120 million. So it was like, it's just, because if you pick like anybody else, you're gonna get like lower scores, because that's what I've been seeing a lot.
Yeah, the whole thing is still it's still confusing. So yeah, World Tournament's still bad, don't at me. But anyway, moving on to the next part of the list here. So
yeah, move on to the next topic after you say that, huh? You want to avoid the debate.
So we've had this discussion. Actually, to be fair, so JP, your most recent Chain Battle, you do now have the those new EX Skill Orbs, which
that'll help for sure.
That system does seem a little bit better, but we don't have that on global yet, so I'm still going from a global perspective. So I'm still right. So we are, of course, on global. We are moving into the final stages of the anniversary, the final days of the anniversary. In fact, I think the last login bonus for the anniversary is either tonight or tomorrow. And then, the anniversary will be over. So, For us global boys, Kensei, what do you think of the anniversary overall? In terms of like the content, in terms of the units, is this the best anniversary so far? What are your thoughts?
Definitely, it's like actually one of the like the best anniversaries so far. Like the best, like a lot of content, a lot of free to play characters, a lot of easy A's. Like we got like the first category easy A on global, which is the UI side Goku. He's like really good. We have like the Master Roshis, you know, the free to play Tiana and Master Roshi, and the Krillin and 18. It's just really good for us that we're getting more content now, and I'm pretty sure this is like the best one. But I do think like the next best celebration is going to be its worldwide campaign. So I do think at this moment the 6th anniversary is like the best and like a celebration ever, because there's a lot of content.
Because yeah, the celebrations have definitely been increasing in quality. Because like the Tanabata on JP came with a whole bunch of stuff. This Super Vegeta one has already come with a whole bunch of stuff.
Oh yeah, 10 easy A's, right? Zenny?
Yeah.
Zenny. Oh no.
Yeah. Hope you've all got lots of Zenny,
A's,
lots of
all
Kais.
these Kais, all the Zenny. And you know what they give us? They give us 3 Kais for mission, like 10 SR Kais for missions, and they're like, have fun, when you really need like 100 plus Kais between these 2 celebrations, including the new units if you pull them, by the way. It's because they're not farmable, so have fun.
Yeah, I gotta give a shout out actually to somebody who commented on my tweet the other day. I think some of you guys that are in here saw it, but the
Yeah.
their Twitter @ is Saiyan Snakes with a Z. They posted a screenshot. I was trolling Minato a little bit by showing off how many Kais I had because he's getting low. And this guy just comes in and he says, "Hold my beer," slams down this screenshot of over 1,000 in Elder Kais.
Oh gee.
Then he's got like
Hey, that's
30
He's in
plus
chat.
of all the type ones and 100 and something of the SR like dozing Kais. So yeah, there you go. That is a man who has been Dokkanning responsibly, apparently. Because yeah, I used to farm up every single Kai possible, because obviously I've been playing the game for a few years now, and it was definitely a lot harder to get them a while ago. But now, so many of these events like Chain Battle, World Tournament, all these other things, they're giving out a lot more Kais now. And so I've kind of stopped farming like every
We're
single
taking the
one
lazy route,
possible.
boys.
Yeah, I always used to do the thing where it's like every time they bring back those story events, they each have their own farmable currency, so you can get a couple of Kais out of the shop. I used to do those all the time. I don't really do them so much anymore, but
I've never done those.
I've got like
Maybe
100.
that's
I've
why I
got
have
100
an
plus Kais. I thought I was doing good, but yeah, apparently, yeah,
You're
you
doing
want
better
to
than
grind
me.
out those Kais.
Get
if you
ready. Get ready.
Because, yeah, that's the thing. Easy A's are obviously great when they do the normal 30-stage ones for, like, Dokkan Fest exclusives. You get more Kais from those than you actually need, which is nice because you end up with a few spares. But, of course, a lot of units, if you're doing an Extreme Z area or they're, like, the Super Trunks, getting an Easy A from medals of an event that already exists, then you're obviously not getting any extra ones of those. So, definitely pretty Kai intensive. So...
Yep.
But yeah, so global anniversary, I would say it was pretty amazing so far. The only thing that's a little bit disappointing, we had a little bit of a W over JP because obviously we get the Dokkan Fest tickets.
Yeah.
So we had the A and B tickets for the Goku and Vegeta banner. I'm sure there's people out there that pulled the new units off of those tickets. So
Like you.
it's always good to see. Well, no, I had to wait until the rainbow tickets came in clutch, which they did have on JP. But yeah. It's always nice, you know, to go 4,000 stones deep on a banner and then pull the unit with a ticket that you got for free. But hey, good times. And of course, we did get a banner for Goku and Frieza.
Yes, we did.
Which I think a lot of people suspected that maybe we wouldn't get that because they didn't on JP. It was the first summonable LR Easy A, and they didn't get a banner for it. And then, of course, both versions got the Broly Easy A for Saiyan Day, and we did get a banner. So... it was a little bit up in the air, and yeah, we actually did get a banner for them. So,
Global
with
is
the other
built
like,
different. Global is just built different.
Wow. JP shop.
it's certainly different. Yeah, sometimes for the better, sometimes not. But
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, definitely a good start. The only downside, and I mentioned this into one of my recent videos, it could maybe still happen on like the last day or something. But part 2 of the anniversary, JP got that thing where you could check your stats.
Oh, that's
There's like a
right.
whole bunch of random stats for your account. So, Jay, I'm interested to know what sort of stuff did you have on yours? Because from a free-to-play account, I can imagine some of them being quite interesting.
I don't remember. But I remember my most used card was B-Pan.
Ooh, oh, of course.
And that didn't help.
B-Pan.
I'm surprised.
Right, that was my
Wait.
main.
It wasn't
Yeah.
Candy Vegito.
No, it was sadly not
What a
Candy
faker
Vegeta.
he is, man.
I bet he was number
Sadly.
2 though. He was
It's the
number 2.
faker.
Yeah, he
man.
could have contended for number 2.
But yeah, I was looking forward to seeing that. Minato, do you remember what your ones were?
Yes, I think it was actually Int LR Super Vegito, AGL Super Vegito, and I'm trying to think of the third one. You could tell I'm a Vegito fan.
Running that Patara.
I'm surprised it's not
Yeah, and I
HL
think-
Turles.
I think the third one might have been Physical Vegito Blue actually, or LR. No, the third one was STR LR Vegito Blue. Like that
So I
was
feel
that
like-
was my main team for a long time back when I was free to play, dude.
So I'm assuming then you're not a big world tournament grinder. 'Cause,
I wasn't until like recently, and I'm gonna be like, okay, I'm just gonna go hard, especially for this
'cause-
last Gohan, dude. Woo! You already know.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Yeah, I know
I
for
would
sure.
say though, like the thing was nice, but outside of the 3 characters, everything else was kind of meh. I didn't really care about knowing about it. I would have much rather preferred to have the peel off trove packs that gave the guaranteed additional equipment slots. You know, the
That's
guaranteed
pretty good.
level 5 additional and or whatever you guys had gone. That sounds pretty good, you know. I would have loved to have that. And then, like you said, the Goku and Frieza banner. I actually didn't have Goku and Frieza during the anniversary, and I was like,
damn.
"Oh boy, I hope they bring a banner."
JP Shaft.
And guess what? They didn't do.
The JP Shaft. Let's go.
And then-
Global W. Let's go.
I have them now, luckily, but at the time, I was like, ah. And then they came out with the Broly banner, and I was like, well, why did you do this to me, Akatsuki? JP Shaft, I'll say.
Yeah, just
that's for
hashtag JP Shaft in the chat.
Yes.
You hate to see it. It's,
Sure. Hate to see it.
JP just can't stop catching all of these.
All these
L's.
L's. honestly.
I mean, it's a really good banner. Like the Easy Egg like Go Frieza banner is really good because like, it has like 6 feature units. So like if you have
Well, it's 7, I think.
a 7 or okay. Well, it's still really good because like you can like the Easy Egg I'll Go Frieza's feature, so you can like grab them easily, and also like
It's like a Dokkan Fest.
yeah,
banner,
exactly. And then you
basically.
can get like feature units. Like I did like one pull and I got like an LR and those like unfeatured. So like it's really good. I wish that I would have pulled a dupe of Go Frieza, but it's like, you know what? I got an LR off of it, so I'm good. So it's a really good
I'd
banner.
still savor that banner, skip it though. Even though it's a pretty solid banner all in all because of the 7 featured units and how many LRs are unfeatured now. Worldwide is coming up really soon.
Oh, yeah.
And I guess we could segue into the next topic, but we are getting a new banner in global pretty soon, right? You said that anniversary is ending tonight, right, Ningen?
Yeah, so I think it's either tonight or tomorrow night, and then that means very soon we will see some sort of announcement, because normally they do that thing
Yep.
where they post in the news where it's just like a single image and it says a new Dokkan Fest is coming. And of course, if things are sticking to schedule, then the next release on Global should be the STR Videl.
Yep.
Of course, you never know. Things have changed in the past. Could be the AGL Gohan. Unlikely there would be Super Vegeta, although
That'll be nice.
could you imagine?
That'll be nice.
Could you imagine?
I think it's not.
Could
out of
no
the
no no no
possibility.
no no. Could you imagine if they dropped the Super Vegeta banner next after the anniversary and right before the worldwide celebration?
I don't think it's out of the possibility,
Oof.
especially if it's Android Cell Saga. They've been like they've been doing more so like you know, same time in Golden Week, for example, you know, if they want to bring that Super Vegeta banner up to really help, you know, set the stone with like possible Android Cell Saga or whatever, because Vegeta's gonna be related to worldwide no matter what.
Yeah.
Based on what we've seen in the past years.
Yep.
So if they want to do that, I personally wouldn't be surprised. I don't think it's gonna be Gohan because Gohan has a part 2 LR with this celebration. I don't think they're gonna do that. Unless they do it like in a countdown for global specifically, but that's not gonna happen for sure. I think it's either Vidal or if it's Super Vegeta, that would be crazy, to be honest. I wasn't even thinking about that.
Yeah, I hadn't really even thought about it before at all until just now, because it would be the ultimate bait, like right before the anniversary, right before the worldwide, and right after the anniversary.
Vegeta, oh my god, they're just pure evil. They're just like, they want your stones.
They want your
money. Actually,
the plan.
They want your money.
Imagine if it has
and more
like
STRs, so
too.
I can't even use my orbs anymore. Oh no, no!
Like, imagine that banner with guaranteed featured unit on the last step.
Oh,
that would be you would have to summon that banner because the banner's not bad either. Like, just a standalone banner is not bad. I expect Vidal though.
Vidal was still kind of a bait as well.
Yeah,
in a way.
Yeah,
definitely.
Vidal's still pretty good. Like, her banner's
pretty
solid too.
I think Vidal definitely fits within the time slot, because obviously it was on JP, I believe. The part 2 of Vidal's celebration was when the LR Tapion stuff was released, right? So that came out on Global earlier. So technically, there's like a second half or the second part or whatever of Vidal's celebration we've already got. So they can kind of fit that in into the space in Global. Between now and the worldwide celebration. But the only problem is that does seem to make her, like, a quote-unquote celebration a lot more lackluster overall. So I don't know if there's I mean, Global, we've seen events change, we've seen things get shuffled around. One thing I was thinking off the top of my head, because those units are not exactly going to be like the new 5 best units in the game, I thought it'd be quite interesting is, what if they released those 5 upcoming Peppy Gals EZAs, but as part of Vidal's celebration on Global, because she's the Peppy Gals leader. In a way, that would kind of maybe encourage people to summon for her a bit more, because the whole team is getting a massive buff. So
that would be pretty cool, actually. I never really thought about that. I will say though, technically you're gonna go again in the EZA area, so they could be like, oh, they're getting an EZA anyway, so it doesn't matter if they had a new one. Another thing I would say is, I don't think did Kefla last year even have an EZA? Didn't like she not have an EZA last year, and people were like upset because the Kale and Khalifa EZA were like pushed back?
Oh yeah,
I think so. Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see what they do, because obviously there is the banners for the worldwide celebration. Last year they came out on the 29th, so it's right at the end of August. So we've essentially got the whole month. It'll be interesting to see what they fit into that gap. So, and then of course, once that gap is over, it is the worldwide celebration. So as the final topic here before we go off to the break, I thought we would just have a little bit of speculation. Obviously we're not going to go into crazy amounts of detail, but what do you guys think the theme of the worldwide celebration is potentially going to be, and who would the 2 LRs be to fit that theme? JPhanta, let me start with you.
All right. I mean, I talked with you about it, what I would want, and I think it wouldn't be out of the, it wouldn't be out of the possibility. Namek Saga.
Yes.
I thought it would be I think it'd be Namek Saga because, well, we had Super Vegeta, and what was the one before Super Vegeta? Oh my god.
I think, right? Or am I crazy?
In terms of
so Prime Battle Kid Gohan before Namek Saga, Super Vegeta after Namek Saga. You hit in the middle, reaching.
Maybe a little bit.
Get on Namek Saga. Boom. Both of those characters are in that saga. You're gonna have a Goku. You're gonna have another Frieza as the LR. Boom, boom, done.
Yeah, because it's been a while. Obviously, we got the summonable STR one quite a while ago, but we haven't gotten a full power Frieza that's in any way involved with like a transformation card. So I could definitely see like a Frieza that transforms into full power.
Oh, that'd be nice.
And then the LR, or the Part 2 LR, Dr. Rhoda. We're already getting the Universe 6 Margarita and Kale. We're finally going to see his ability. Dr. Rhoda.
What?
Stop this.
Oh, no.
All right, Minato, save us. What do you think what my celebration could be?
So, the great thing about this worldwide, in my opinion, is that there's not really one concrete option that you'd be like, oh, for sure, it's going to be this. Oh, for sure, it's going to be that. I think the 2 top options for me would be Cell Saga and GT. GT because of the same time Golden Week celebration. It would be weird if they made that same time without a purpose, in my opinion. So I'm kind of thinking GT a little more. But that Super Vegeta, like, has to be correlated to the worldwide somehow. So it could be either one of those. It's a toss-up. I'm thinking Namek Saga is also a possibility, like JPhanta said. The reason why is because if you think about it, if you look at the past Dokkan Fest releases we've got in the past year, this may be a little stretch, but we're going to be getting tons of just Super Saiyan 1 characters. So we got, you know, the Tech LR Gogeta, Goten and Trunks, GT Super Saiyan duos, you know, a lot of Easy A's for the Super Saiyan category as well, if we look at the Easy A eras and stuff like that. So I'm thinking they're building up that Super Saiyan team. What if we get like a Namek Saga Goku that is a Super Saiyan category leader, or even the Cell Saga Goku that fought Cell, obviously, he could be a Super Saiyan category leader. I think it could make a lot of sense with the units they've been releasing to give us a new Super Saiyan category leader. And we haven't gotten one since the Spirit Bomb Goku for like Christmas of 2019 or something. Quite a while. So I think it would be pretty cool. Either one of those three would probably be what I want. I don't expect movies because I think they're going to save that for next year.
And then Kensei, I know I've seen you. You've posted a couple of different concepts.
Yeah.
So what do you think? If you had to pick one, what do you think?
One. It seems like it's gonna be Android Cell Saga, because usually the worldwide campaign, they usually have one of the old LRs and have a revamp of their SA, and one of them could happen. It's going to be either Goku Black Saga, which it could have the Rose Masu LR, or the physical Super Saiyan feature Trunks.
Yes.
Which the next one I do think is going to be Trunks next, which is more Hyper Saiyan's buff, right? You know, Legends, right? Legends. All right.
The team needs it.
Well, Dokkan too.
Dokkan too.
I'm just saying, we've been getting. Okay,
I was like, so definitely, I could definitely see a Cell Saga and an Android's theme, and I don't think they're gonna be focusing on the Gohan fight as much. I think it's gonna be probably the beginning, so probably Goku and instant transmission Goku, and then a super perfect Cell, I guess, because we already have a perfect form Cell already as an LR, so they could probably do that. So, but if they really want to grab the money, a standalone LR Super Saiyan 2 Gohan is like the go-to. But me personally, I would want a Super Saiyan Goku, and for the LR Part 2.
Yeah.
I would want probably, I'm not too sure. I think I did put on one of my LR Part 2s. It's gonna be like an LR Guy's Goku. That would be dope. Hopefully, or probably a future Trunks and a future Gohan LR duo card. That will be really cool.
That would be cool.
That would be
cool. I agree.
Yeah.
That would be hype. So yeah, one thing I thought of for the Android Cell Saga, which I think would be pretty hype, I feel like this would be a money printing machine for one of the banners, is have a Super Saiyan Goku who has the awesome quality animation that we have nowadays of the instant transmission Kamehameha that he does to Cell, and then have a revival skill with the Bye Guys animation where he blows up, and then the card exchanges into Super Saiyan 2 Gohan.
Yes.
Ooh, yes.
That would be so cool. And then maybe a Cell that revives into Super Perfect would be.
Yeah, because they got a couple of different ways they name even the final form of Cell. Because you've got like Cell brackets perfect form, or perfect Cell, or super perfect Cell. So they can find a way to release another one with a slightly different name. I feel like, even though it seems a bit sad, because the Int one is still pretty good, but obviously the Int one, his active, well, it's not an active skill, it's the when you're below a certain amount of HP, but he essentially has what is now like a revival skill. So I could kind of see them doing like a redo of Cell, whereas rather than having the at the start of the turn, if you're under a certain amount of HP, he just has a revival skill that is the same kind of animation. But then it is kind of like a retread of the previous one, so in a way I don't really want them to do that, but it would be cool to see that, because if it's Android Cell Saga, who do you really do as the main extreme Dokkan Fest if it's not Cell?
Exactly.
I will say though, they redid year 2 and year 4, which is 2 years.
That is true. Yeah, very true.
So they could be the same thing. They don't care.
2 years after the previous one. So yeah,
I would say one thing before we move on. Are we gonna see a new mechanic? Because usually they do like worldwide campaigns, like last year's was the unit super attack. So I wonder what's going to be like the new mechanic for this year.
That will be for update Z.
But let's see,
for
maybe.
Sure.
I don't know. We'll
We've
see.
forgotten about that, but like it's still something that we need to think about.
Exactly.
What if it's canceled?
What if it's cat? What if like into like next year? Like, oh, okay.
I do
Just
think
never
it would
talk
be
about
interesting
it
as well, because remember the Android Cell Saga does include all of that Future Trunks stuff. So it'd be kind of interesting if it was actually the main 2 banners. Imagine if we got like if we actually got that Future Gohan and Trunks, and then maybe like a new Future 18 and 17 together, but they were the 2 main like dual Dokkan Fest banners. That'd be kind of interesting as well. So yeah, Android Cell Saga, there's a lot they could possibly do. Everything's up in the air because we were, you know, even a month or so ago, before Super Vegeta was announced, everyone was pretty convinced it was going to be GT. And now Super Vegeta has come. And as we said in the previous years, that seems to be the trend, that the Dokkan Fest before the worldwide celebration is in line with the theme. So really, we don't know, because this has been a year where they've done quite a few things that they've never done before. So maybe they are breaking that tradition as well. I guess we will have to wait and find out. So we are going to go ahead and move into the break here. Like I said at the beginning, hopefully you guys have thought up some questions for us. Post them in the chat while we are off on the break. And then when we come back, we will pick a few of those to go through. And that will be leading up to the end of the podcast. So we're going to go off on the break now. Put your questions in the chat and we will be back soon. Okay, so we are back from the break. I see a few questions posted in chat, and this one right here from Yellow BMP seems tailor-made for our boy Mr. JPhanta over here. Which category really needs more free-to-play representation? Apart from Exploding Rage, I guess, obviously.
Okay, well, we already talked a little bit about it. Universe 11, I could name a bunch. Universe 11, All Out Struggle, Exploding Rage. I would like some more Namek Saga.
Special pose.
Goku
Come on.
family, right?
Nah, special pose is fine. What are you talking about?
Goku family, right?
Yeah. Goku.
Hyper Saiyans.
You know, I wouldn't mind some more Vegeta's family.
Yeah.
What's the heroes and like the crossover category?
Crossover,
That
yeah.
one needs,
Crossover,
There's a lot of categories that need rep, but
Heavenly
like the one that
events.
makes them that would like really be good would be Namek
Oh,
Saga.
yes, definitely.
I think
A
that
free
would
to
be-
play transforming Zarbon? Hello? Like, come on.
Easy A to Ginyu Force, please.
Dodoria as well? Dodoria?
Yes, that's the
yes,
reason.
That too as well.
Yeah, the fact that we still don't have a proper Dodoria or Zarbon card is pretty crazy. But maybe, maybe JPhanta will be right and Worldwide Celebration will be Namek
Ooh.
Saga. But
Please.
I'd be happy.
So moving on to the next question from Kit Crass. I quite like this question. What units do you want on the Dragon Ball Heroes banner when it comes? So obviously in theory, November should bring another Dragon Ball Heroes banner. Going by the previous way they seem to wait, I think like 2 years after the unit debuts on a banner, we should probably get the awakenings for the Xeno Gotenks, Gohanks, and Vegeks, and also possibly the base Xeno Goku and Vegeta. But in terms of a couple of actual new units on the banner, what are some ones you'd be interested in seeing this time around?
Hearts with an active skill, so we could hear
Oh,
Dio's
yes,
voice
please,
actor
yes.
in Dokkan battle.
Yes.
Yes.
a
Also,
good
like
answer.
Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta Limit Breaker would be cool for me.
The Super Saiyan 4s.
Throwing
I
out
mean, I'm going to go for God Trunks. He looks pretty cool. But everybody,
Ooh, yeah, God
but
Trunks.
everybody diss on his hair. I mean, sure, it looks like Knuckles' hair. Yeah, I know, but like God Trunks, he's like, that's a really cool concept. A God Trunks coming to Dokkan, that would be really cool. And of course, more Hyper Saiyans buff. Let's go.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it'd be the first Hybrid Saiyans character that was actually on Realm of
Exactly,
Gods.
yes.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Jay?
I would like Hercule fused with Goku. I forgot the name.
Yes, the Goku. That'd be amazing.
Yeah, Hercule with the Super
300%
Saiyan hair.
attack and defense.
Easy.
What about
So yeah, pretty obvious for me. I'm sure no one will be surprised. I want to see either the Masked Super 17 or the Masked Goku Black.
The Crimson
in any of his forms. Obviously, we've seen him go all the way up to Super Saiyan Rose 3 in Heroes now. I feel
Probably
like
further.
Oh my god.
I feel like they'll stagger the release of those though. So if we were to get the Heroes banner this year, I could imagine it would probably be base Masked Goku Black, maybe transforming to Rose, but I don't know if they would just straight up drop
we
Rose
could
3.
possibly get like 2 heroes like per year. Was that just a false rumor or what?
The reason why is because of the game that came out. I don't know if the game was on a Nintendo console, right? Basically, it was a world mission. That's the reason why we got 2 for one that one year. Which is why we're confused on the Xeno Goku and Vegeta, the base form ones. We don't know if they're gonna awaken or not. It's gonna be weird.
Yeah, I'm hoping that they do because they are very decent supports for the family teams, but they're certainly a little bit outdated now, especially the Goku. So obviously the Vegeta infinitely stacks defense, so he can be good in longer events.
What about Golden Metal Cooler,
but
though?
yeah, Heroes.
That would be
Golden
cool.
Metal Cooler, yeah, that's another one that would be high up on the list. We got Golden Cooler, so we need that Golden Metal Cooler
from the Heroes episode.
Yeah, Angel Cell would be interesting.
Dr. Wheelo. But
We're talking
human
about
form.
Oh no. I forgot they did that.
Also, the was it the like cloaked figure that appears to be a Goku from another universe?
or
I'm not sure if
Berserk?
they've specified who that actually is yet.
No idea.
What about Super Saiyan? Got Super Saiyan Vegeta controlled Berserk or something like that.
Oh god, yeah, the longest name ever, whatever it is.
Cell
well, with
X.
Cell X would actually be another good one. On that note, we will move on because we were on that one for a while. But yeah, there's a ton of Heroes. Heroes always has more stuff to offer. I would love if they did it more than once a year. So I guess we will just have to wait and see. So another question was from SSJ4 Samuel, who says, I know this has nothing to do with the worldwide download, but how about for 7-year a Youth Goku versus Demon King Piccolo? I mean, at this rate, worldwide celebration could literally be anything. So I guess you never know. But what about a Youth Goku versus Demon King Piccolo dual Dokkan
That actually
Fest?
sounds really good.
I don't see that for use. I don't see that for year 7, but in general, like maybe New Year's or something, dude, I would give my entire life savings for that Goku. Or Demon King Piccolo too, dude. Oh, that's one of my favorite fights.
That'd be
series.
cool.
I can't wait until that's actually
that seems like a more of a New Year's like celebration potentially. But for 7-year, I think they're gonna keep, or they're gonna have like a movie theme because next year they're gonna be coming out with the movie. So I think 7th-year is definitely gonna be a movie theme. So it's gonna be probably the Broly movie potentially, which I would not be surprised.
I think year 7 is just gonna be a remake of year 5.
I don't think so.
Because it's gonna be partially movie themed.
Another Gogeta Vegeta.
EZA. Well, that's what sells, isn't it? They redid year 2 to year 4. They redo year 5 to year 7.
And then EZA, the third the 3rd-year LRs. I mean, they could probably do that for sure.
Yeah.
But like,
why not? Imagine that'd be crazy.
I don't want another Vegeta.
Yeah, they're still really good.
I mean, that'd be really good, honestly. I would take that, but I want like at least a Broly movie again because it's been 2 years.
Yeah, we really need that.
It will be Broly movie. It'll be Blue Gogeta and then Full
Yes,
Power Broly.
please.
Yeah, I was going to say, we
part
still
2.
don't
And
have
then
a
it would be
standalone.
Vegito and Zamasu. You know, it would be year 5 was Broly and Future Saga. So it could be the same thing again. It'll still be the Broly movie celebration in a sense.
Right, so this definitely seems like a spicy one from JC Gamer 18. It says, what unit do you think is the most overrated? LR Super Saiyan Gohan on JP is way overrated. I was curious on what you guys think.
I mean, Goku.
I'm assuming the LR, it means LR like the AGL one, right? Isn't that because like JP players or like the actual Japanese player survey thing, they always seem to put that guy at like the top of the list for some reason.
He's guarded.
I think
I mean, he is good, but
Videl is probably who I would say. The reason why is because although she's best APT, unit in the game, she has a really solid defense. Where are you gonna use her?
I mean, fair enough.
Like, she has 4 teams, and are you gonna run Earthlings? Are you really gonna run Peppy Gals? Are you gonna run her on Majin Buu Saga?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, JPhanta, maybe you will, but most of the people probably won't. And if you think of like Super Battle World stages and all these category missions that require specific category teams, a unit being on only 4 categories nowadays, I feel like is a crime. And even then, she has to get her, although she doubles supers all the time, which is really helpful for her to really pop off, she has to get her full passive active with the additional attack and then the super effective. There's a lot that goes into it. Although she's still really good, I don't think she's like she would be number 2 in some people's eyes, but I don't think she's like as great as people really think she is personally. Also in Broly, I feel like is a little overrated too. But
oh, how dare you, man? Come on. Okay. No Broly standard here. No Broly.
Broly's still very good. I just feel like he's slightly like if I had to say like a little bit,
man.
Because
I feel like he's underrated.
Yeah, like
I feel like people kind of forgot I don't see anyone really talking about him that much anymore. So
when people do bring him up, they feel like, oh, he's invincible. He stacks defense.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Well, he's good, but
he's good for sure. I'm not saying he's bad at all. I think he could be talked about more, but I don't think he's like underrated.
I guess he hasn't returned on either version.
He came back.
He came back on JP.
Oh wait, he's on the current banner, isn't he? Yeah, sorry, that's it. He's on the current JP banner. So
I just hate that he's a movie boss leader without big bad bosses. That really irks me.
It's a shame as well because obviously Big Bad Bosses is such a great link.
Oh yeah,
level
definitely.
10, probably the best link in the game. And so
most of his teams are villain teams, but he has super class links.
Yeah,
it also bothers me. But just issue with Broly.
For a final question here, we have TD Media says, where does Dokkan go now with the power scaling on units, and will this isolate new players? Where do they go from here for next year? So power scaling, always a little bit of an issue. Are we going to finally see higher leader skills? We're seeing a lot more things like abilities from the hidden potential system built into units' passives or super attack effects, which I think is good. But yeah, where else do we think they could possibly go from here?
Maybe like for example, it was something I was thinking about a long time ago, but I don't think they're really gonna change anything about how the leader skill works now. I don't think they're gonna do 200% leader scores or something. If they did, that would actually kind of surprise me. But I feel like if they want to go past the higher buffs in leader skill, it could be like, I'm trying to think of an example. I don't know, just say like pure Saiyans and hybrid Saiyans, like a God Goku. He gives them 150% across the board. But then if there's like a unit who's in both categories, which is impossible for this case, but let's say 2 categories, 3K 150%. If they're in both of the categories, they get an additional like 30% or 40% or something. It'd be pretty cool.
That's kind of interesting, actually. I quite like that. Because that's the thing you always find with these leaders at the moment. Like you have, let's take, for example, like the Gohan that we were talking about. He's the Kamehameha leader, and then he has Super AGL 120. You don't really want to just run Super AGL units because they're not getting the full buff. So it'd be an interesting way to look at the team to have those 2 separate leader skills that are maybe a little bit lower than having a 170 lead. But then if the unit is on both, they get a little bit of an extra buff. I quite like that. I think that's an interesting idea. Yes. I definitely think we could see, we've been seeing recently a lot of, we've been seeing a few cards getting the ability to give allies hidden potential.
Oh, that'd be great.
From their passives or from their super attack effects. Because we've seen gives allies a certain percentage chance to crit. It'd be interesting to see things like that for like additional dodge, super effective against all types even. Would be quite interesting to give for a unit to give 2 allies. So there's definitely some ways they can go other than just ratcheting up the percentage number.
Another thing is that there's some units recently we've been getting that are giving like 2 turn buffs for like attack and defense, like LR Tapion Minosha. There's some units that get 2 turn buffs on their super attack effect. That's something they could do. I think, they can really introduce just a new mechanic in general and make that new mechanic really good, like how the revival skill is pretty solid still, I feel like. Or, like something great like an active skill, for example. Units that will have like active skill and stuff like that will a lot of the times have a sort of an edge above units that don't really have those. So they could really just introduce a brand new mechanic, and units who don't have it will just not really compare as much.
Yeah. JPhanta, you got any ideas what we could see for what would you like to see in terms of the free-to-play power creep?
170% leaders.
I mean, true. Fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, a norm would be like start doing more 130% leaders. That'd be great.
Yeah, because
free to play.
Isn't it free-to-play leads are pretty much, was it 50%, or if they easy A 77%? Is that like the average?
And then if it's an
Like,
LI, max
130
130
or 120.
Yeah.
Just summon. Just summon
Yes.
for units. Come on, man.
I think I'm gonna waste my money on this game.
Whoa, hey, whoa. Do
Wait,
not
you're
listen
talking
JPhanta.
to two. Well, I'm not really a whale, but he's a whale. But you're talking to two money spenders here. And Kensei, I don't know if he's also spent money, but
I mean,
You're in
I
the
have like
wrong
400
neighborhood.
rainbow units. I mean, is that a whale?
sure enough,
mean-
you're talking to three whales here.
Yeah, I think we could at least move to like, what, 100% leader skill for free-to-play units. I think that would be fair. But yeah, so there you go. That is going to do it for the questions. That is going to do it for this week's episode 45, STR everywhere. I want to thank all you guys for coming out. I, of course, want to thank JPhanta, Minato, and Kensei for being part of the panel and sharing their opinions with all of us. And, of course, shout out to Troko doing an expert job on the technical side behind the scenes. We love you, Troko. And yeah, shout out to everybody who came out. Make sure you are following the channel, subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow us on Twitter, all that good stuff. Check out all of the social media links. And we will see you all same time next week. Peace out.
Bye, guys.